The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us. Conquered the one surmountable Gretzky record. And that's not to take away from Ovechkin.
So...
But you're not going to get points. No, I mean, that's like Joe DiMaggio. Gretzky's points record is untouchable.
Correct. They thought his goal-scoring record was going to be the hitting streak.
Yeah.
Which is, but to me, 56 games... That will never, ever, ever. No one will get close. I think the closest I've seen is someone in the 20s, maybe.
For hockey?
No. Baseball.
No.
Consecutive games. Sorry. Stop. We went I went straight to baseball. I apologize. God damn it.
Actually, what is the hockey record for consecutive games with a goal? Probably like 5.
Yeah, probably like 8.
I mean, that's like, God, that's a hard fucking record. But no, I mean, Ovi totally deserves it.
When you look at games played and goals scored, they're almost identical. Him and Gretzky, same amount of games played, same goals scored.
But like
now, Ovi has one extra.
Yeah, and I mean Gretzky obviously had the benefit of being on those Oilers teams with Messier, and
we got to watch.
Yeah.
I watched Gretzky play.
Think about
I was a young.
Think about like every
impressionable kid.
Every one of those games he played that he scored a goal, he also had like 2 assists.
12 assists? Yeah. I think he just had another assist yesterday.
Yeah.
And he hasn't played hockey in years.
And so that's what, I mean, this is the one, Gretzky being the, I mean, honestly, I don't know who you compare him to.
You don't, because before Gretzky, it was like the Gordie Howells of the world.
But I mean,
what was Brett Hull's dad's name?
Bobby Hull. Yeah.
Like, it was those guys?
Yeah. But I'm trying to think of, like, in other sports, somebody who just dominated like Gretzky did.
Jordan. That's it. End of story.
Yeah. I mean...
Straight up.
It
was a perennial winner.
Yeah. But also, like...
Far and away.
But set so many records, like goals, assists, and points.
So basketball, you can't...
Yeah.
I mean, Kareem, obviously, LeBron's going to pass him only because he's played 400 seasons.
But I mean, I think Jordan would be the more apropos in that, like, he had scoring titles, defensive titles.
People don't understand that, like, MVP, scoring, defensive, all pros, MVPs in the finals.
All-star MVPs.
Right, like all of that. He's not going to get the scoring titles because he only would score in buckets when he needed to.
Well, that's what like Phil Jackson taught him was like pass.
Exactly.
If you can't get it, pass.
And if there was 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter and it was a close game, no one else was touching the ball. That's just him. Yeah. That was it. Ovi, well done, son.
Yeah.
I was trying to find out how old he is,
but yeah, I mean, at least one pillar is now owned by somebody else.
39 years old.
Good Lord, he looks older than that.
I am 10 years older than him.
That's what Russia does to you.
That is what vodka does to you. Yep, and playing on the Russian national team. Poor bastard.
Yeah.
Well, there's Shesterkin's.
But he's got that, and he's got a cup. He brought a cup to D.C., so good for him.
Yep. He did something that no one in New York can do except Mark Messier, apparently. Win a cup. Okay, moving on. Leeds. Is it time to worry yet?
No. I mean, again, our schedule is still good. It's just...
The other teams are winning, and we're drawing. We're losing points.
Well, we
like we are.
This is also the. Remember, most of the season we were coming up. Like we started We've never been out of the top 10.
We're going to finish.
But it was
in
a
the
battle.
top
It was a
three.
battle. It was a battle.
Yeah.
I think other teams are starting to figure us out, and so this is. It comes down to. Well,
Okay, so
not to be cliche, but Farka's got to find some way of mixing it up.
Last 5.
Without taking Rothwell off of corners.
Here, last 5. Loss, win, draw.
Well, I think I'm just trying to.
And remember, there was an international break-in.
Yeah, but I think the biggest question mark that we both probably have at this stage is why not just try another goalie? Why not go with your backup?
Okay, so here's my thing.
I get you play out of the back, but
I get that, but no. We're talking solely responsible for goals being given up. And what I text you the thing the other day.
And I mean, last game, like, let's not one on the road, and also remember Luton Town was in the Premier League last year.
I just hate the fact that you're winning.
Oh yeah, we were.
You know,
steamrolling.
Like they give up cheap goals. Following.
But it's also, I mean, this is part of the reason we bought into this team.
Yeah, well.
Is that they're up and down, they're a blue collar team. It's a blue collar town, blue collar team that gives everybody a heart attack. They're the fucking cardiac kids of the fucking English Football League. So
yeah, exactly.
Once you think you're comfortable, they throw you a wrench.
Here's that says everything. That like I text, since March 1, Leeds have given up 7 goals. Right?
Yeah, but before that, yeah.
Prior to that, from March 1st, dating all the way back to January 1st, 1, 4, 5, 6. We gave up 6 goals in January and February.
Yeah.
And you could go all the way back to the beginning of December, and we've given up 7 goals.
Well, so
we've given up the same amount of goals in the month of March than we did in 4 months.
So we were just talking about hockey, right? So hockey, as the season wears on, different segments of your team, they're still playable. Right. But they're playing sore. They're playing injured. I mean, same as baseball.
They play the most games. The championship is a bloodbath.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. And
everybody's
insanity.
fighting for the top 2 spots, knowing that there's a safety net of the top 6.
So on top of once we got into the top 2, we're now the target for every other team, as you just pointed out. Then on top of that, again, that doesn't surprise me so much because during that stretch where we were almost unbeatable, our defense was like stopping everything. Now they're running. They're all. I mean, Farka's been doing different matchups and stuff like that, but even over a long run, this is fucking soccer. It is a hard fucking game to play. So
they gave up an early goal against Luton Town. Swansea, they coughed up a 96th minute.
Which again, I think this what that exposes is like the true Achilles heel of this team, which is that when their defense is locked down, the front line just has to like pooch one in, and you're good. You're golden. Right. But if your defense is tired, if they're sore, if they're playing injured, and then you're exposing Melier, and then all of a sudden it's on the offense to go, okay, now you got to get not just 1 but 2, 3 goals a match.
Okay, and here's the other.
And they've already done that.
That 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, since March, we've been shut out once, and that was that Portsmouth game, which that was the aberration.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But that was a kick in the dick anyway.
So yeah, we've scored 2 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, 1 goal. Like it's not from lack of scoring goals.
No, but
it's giving up cheap shit.
But we're not doing those games anymore where we're scoring 4
no.
or 3 plus.
Like when we beat Sheffield United 3-1 or Watford 4-0.
Well, and again, too, is that
7-0.
Like, I mean, think about Dan James right now. Dan James has got to be tired. Brendan Aronson's got to be. Even if you've got, because we're no longer in tournaments and bullshit like that. But even still, it's just like, my God. But at some point, they're going to get back into formation, or Fark is going to realign it, maybe change the formation. But I don't know how you do that with Peru. But
well, that's the thing. Like, we really
and that's your moneymaker.
We really don't have anybody that can play up front
with
him.
No, we need, but also same goes for defense. It's like what I'm hoping now.
Here they had Brendan Aronson replace him up front.
Well, and that's what I'm hoping. Like Fark is doing right now. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna try and rest as much, and I'm gonna plug and play.
You got 2 down the stretch,
and then
the business end of the
But they still have they still have one more week where it's like they play on a Monday and then they play on a Friday.
I was just about to say, so they play Thursday, Saturday,
right.
Friday, Monday.
Yeah, why not?
Then they get a little bit of time off Saturday and then play 2 days later Monday.
That's the championship.
So they're playing 7 matches between April 8th and May 3rd.
Yeah.
That's 3 weeks?
And that's why, like British commentators are like, this is the greatest league in football. And you're going like, but you're like these dudes are being run ragged left and right. Like, and like,
plus, there's like 100 teams in the league.
Going back to another point that we mentioned is that like, people were criticizing Rothwell for not scoring more this year. But he's fucking key off of the set piece. Yeah.
You know who's gone missing? Go finish. You're finished.
What I was going to say is that, like, I mean, that's why he's so. I'm in love with that man, but. Yeah, but like that's the thing is that like Rothwell figured out like, oh, if I just do this one thing really fucking well, and I don't need to be running up and down crossing, but like Tanaka's worn himself out.
That's what Tanaka's gone missing. The past month, we'll call it.
I mean, he's been involved. He's
scored a couple of goals, but like he's
assisted on a bunch. But
remember, there was a time when he was forced into playing Rothwell and Tanaka. And those first.
They lit it
November
up.
and December. They were all over the place. I don't know if it's exhaustion, rotating the team.
Also international breaks because Tanaka's on the Japanese team.
What?
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Well, we got a minute and a half. Go for it.
Okay, real quick, because all we're going to talk about is baseball next. Juventus, another draw. We're leading. Top 4 may be out of the question. I don't know what. Juventus are like the Cardinals right now. They've got like an interim manager.
Oh, they're not that bad.
They're gonna do a hard reset, I think, this summer.
Yeah, figure out ownership and then do that.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Which is, we need the Champions League money, and I can't believe I'm saying that about an Agnelli family-run team, but.
Well, they're not solely Agnelli.
When he was forced to do all that, they kind of fucked us, and he's trying to get it back. We'll see.
Yeah. He's also got to start flexing his political power a little more again. And
you mean like his dad?
Yeah. And his grandfather?
Right. All of them before him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's
you
third
need to
of his
control
name.
Italian
That's
parliament.
exactly what we need. We need, make it happen.
Yeah. But it's fine because you're one of the largest employers in the whole country.
Correct. Yeah. The Vatican being 2.
It's the soccer team puts them over the hump.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised the Vatican doesn't have a football team.
Oh, it does.
Could you imagine?
It does. It's what the Pope follows, which is the art. The following segment has been brought to you by the Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.